Hey guys, today I want to talk the importance of planning in your story. Now, anybody who's ever written a story will know that planning will make the process go that much smoother, and you'll probably end up with a more cohesive story at the end of it. But there are also other fringe benefits that may not be as obvious when you put the time into planning your story. And I want to use an example from Harry Potter to illustrate this. So, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you will remember this where their Defense Against the Dark Arts Club was broken apart because somebody had snitched and told Professor Umbridge that they were meeting. Now, in the movie, they have this scene, but in the book, it is so much more satisfying to read. And that is when Cho Chang comes up to Harry and starts talking. Sorry, your club got disbanded, and it wasn't very nice of Hermione to hex that form that they all signed so that whoever told would get like a bunch of marks all over their face. And you could tell in this scene that Cho is one of those people who just assume that people are going to be nice to her, assume that people are going to be on her side. And you could also maybe assume that Harry was going to be a little more forgiving than he should be because he had a crush on Cho once upon a time. But instead, we get a highly satisfying scene where Harry just absolutely lays into Cho, does not take her side whatsoever, sticks up for Hermione, and no matter what Cho is throwing at him, Marietta's mom works for the Ministry of Magic, and you don't know what kind of pressure she's under. And Harry says, well, Ron's dad works for the Ministry of Magic, and he didn't sneak off. And, and she says, I don't think that was a very nice trick that Hermione pulled. And Harry says, well, I think it was brilliant. And it was just such a very satisfying scene. Now, the reason that scene was so satisfying was not literally the dialogue that was going back and forth between Cho and Harry. It was because all of the time that was invested into the story up until that point. If you were paying attention when you were reading the books, you understood the need and the importance of this Defense Against the Dark Arts Club. Also, you would know just how wrong it is to go to Umbridge, of all people, to snitch on somebody else. And this was in what? Was this like the 5th or 6th book that this took place? Anyway, everything that had taken place in every book up until that point all served to show the importance and the significance of what it meant when somebody just totally ruined the whole thing by snitching to Umbridge. And the thing is, if none of that had happened, if an author had just thrown that sort of situation very early in, then honestly, it would just read like two teenagers kind of snipping back and forth at each other. But because of all of the groundwork was laid, then your moment just lands so much harder because you understand your frustration and Harry's frustration are the same. So anyway, that is another benefit to outlining and planning your story. When you come to write a scene that involves anything relating to your story, the more the audience understands about the significance of each element, the more it's going to connect with each reader. So that is my observation for the day. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.